Walk me through a DCF. So great question. A DCF, or discounted cash flow, is a more robust valuation technique to determine the value of a potential company. So a DCF typically involves projecting a company's unlevered free cash flows for 5 to 7 years, and then you'll have a terminal period to estimate the value beyond that period into perpetuity. So within your 5 to 7 year period, you would be forecasting the company's revenues through growth rates. You would then be applying margins to calculate your gross margin, your EBITDA margin, so on and so forth. Eventually, from EBITDA, you can apply your tax rate and get your to NOPAT, which is net operating profit after taxes. And then from there, you can um, subtract out capex. You can add, and then from there you can add back depreciation, subtract out capex, as well as any changes in working capital. And that way you'd be able to calculate what your unlevered free cash flows are for the next 7 years or so. In terms of a exit value approach, you could use two different ways. You could use the Gordon growth method, where you assume a growth rate and project the company's value from there. Or you could use something like an EV to EBITDA multiple, where you're taking your last year's free cash flow, and then you're taking last year's EBITDA, and then you're applying a multiple based on comparable sales or precedent transactions to estimate what you could sell the company at. From there, you also have to determine what your weighted average cost of capital is by involving your cost of debt and your cost of equity, to then discount your forecast period cash flows as well as your terminal period to get the present value of the cash flows today. And then from there, you can make a few different adjustments. You can divide it by the number of shares outstanding to get your share price, or to get the overall company as a whole. So this is an overview in terms of how you can approach a DCF valuation.